October was an exciting month for Star Wars canon, and a huge thanks to all those who have been commenting on my videos. As a result, I have made a couple tweaks to this timeline. First off, I will now be dividing the Rebels material up into seasons so that all the canon material can be organized with relation to each season. Secondly, I will wrap up each update with a look at new titles coming up in the next month. So without further ado, let's take a look at what came out and its place in the timeline as we explore the additions to the Star Wars canon, October 2016. There were 9 separate entries into the canon this month. We start this month with Ahsoka, the highly anticipated young adult novel from E.K. Johnson. Marvel's Darth Vader, issue number 25, the equally, if not more so, highly anticipated conclusion to the Darth Vader comics series with part 5 in the End of Games arc. Han Solo, issue number 4, The Force Awakens adaptation, issue number 5. Rebels Magazine, issue number 7, containing the comic stories Ocean Rescue and Secrets of Shinar. Star Wars Insider, number 169, containing the short story Turning Point by Jason M. Hugh. Marvel's Star Wars, issue number 24, part 4 in The Last Flight of the Harbinger arc. And finally, Poe Dameron, issue number 7, The Gathering Storm. Additionally this month, we saw 4 new episodes in Star Wars Rebels: The Holocrons of Fate, pitting Ezra and Kanan against Darth Maul; The Antilles Extraction, showing us the recruitment of famed pilot Wedge Antilles; Hera's Heroes, where Hera and Ezra go up against their new foe, Thrawn, in a mission on Hera's home planet of Ryloth; and The Last Battle, where Rex, Ezra, and Kanan face the remnants of a separatist droid army in one last battle of the Clone Wars. Now let us take a brief look at where each of these stories fits within the Star Wars canon timeline. The trend continues with a lull in pre-Episode 3 content. We do know that some material is coming down the line that will fill in some of these time gaps, and give us a glimpse into other aspects of the universe built in the prequel films. But for now, they continue to focus on the eras between Episodes 3 and 7. After Episode 3, we have the addition of the young adult novel, Ahsoka, detailing her time shortly after Clone Order 66. There are many questions about Ahsoka that we get answered that show us how she transitioned from the character we know at the end of the Clone Wars and the one we saw introduced in Star Wars Rebels. Speaking of Star Wars Rebels, as mentioned in the opening, I will now be dividing up this section by seasons. All previously released content fits within Season 1 timeframe of Star Wars Rebels, and this month's Rebels Magazine number 7 introduces 2 stories that fit within the Season 2 era. While it is highly possible that these stories occur between seasons, the presence of Ahsoka gives it the feeling of Season 2, and thus my placement grouping it there. After Episode 4, A New Hope, we get Han Solo issue number 4, as Han has to deal with a rebel traitor on board his ship. But who is it? Star Wars issue number 24, the rebels have encountered Scar Squad, a special squad of stormtroopers who have come to stop them from completing their mission with the stolen Star Destroyer Harbinger. And finally, Darth Vader issue number 25 completes this 2-year-long story that has been developed in the pages of these comics. This epic conclusion is not to be missed. Again, nothing new here between 5 and 6. Almost immediately after Episode 6, Return of the Jedi, Jason M. Hugh has given us a new short story titled Turning Point in the pages of Star Wars Insider number 169. This story has a tie-in to the story of Aftermath Life Debt, taking a look at a group of people hearing the news that the Emperor was defeated at the Battle of Endor. Poe Dameron issue number 7, The Gathering Storm, starts a new mission for Poe, but a person from his past comes to him with a story from the First Order, a meeting which puts the First Order on both of their trail. And finally this month, we get the 5th issue in Marvel's The Force Awakens adaptation. A new feature of this monthly series is to preview what is coming up this month in Star Wars canon. We start November off on the 2nd with Poe Dameron issue number 8, continuing the story of Poe versus Agent Terex. The 5th and final issue of Han Solo on November 9th, as well as the 6th and final issue of The Force Awakens adaptation. On November 15th, we have a new novel released with Catalyst, a Rogue One novel. This novel ties into the film and supposedly takes place during the Clone Wars, detailing Jyn Erso's history and her father's involvement with the Death Star. On November 23rd is Marvel's Star Wars issue number 25, and finally, on November 30th, is the Star Wars Annual issue number 2, giving us a Leia-focused story. Of course, we continue to have the ongoing episodes of Star Wars Rebels Season 3. Please note that these dates are subject to change. That concludes this update for October 2016, and as always, thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe to keep up with all the insight and analysis found here at Star Wars The Canon Explained. You can also follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Leave your comments and questions about this story or any element of the Star Wars canon below. Till next time, may the Force be with you.